What's up, guys? It's your boy Young from Barbells and Breakdowns, and you're tuned in to After the Breakdown.
What up? After the breakdown, we're back. Today, we got the homie Unk, Barbells and motherfucking Breakdowns. Dude,
Let's fucking lift.
that dude was the man.
Yo,
I love
we
him.
have a new lifelong friend.
Unk is the fucking shit.
It's good
I
fucking
like
people,
Unk.
man.
Barbells and Breakdowns. We got fucking Big V wearing the tee with his
I'm
fucking
I'm
pecs.
getting bigger than V.
Let's go.
Let's go,
Let's
motherfucker.
fucking
All right,
go.
well, we need some fucking testosterone.
Some
and we need to
test,
start
you name
shooting
it.
him with some
Dude,
estrogen so he
let's go.
fucking slims down a little bit because he's too big.
Who's good, anabolic?
But we got Unk. New episode. It's After the Breakdown. Let's fucking roll.
I was literally walking to the gym next door because my boy. I'm in my buddy's Harley shop right now. He builds custom Harleys.
Yeah, those are fucking dope, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, he is a. His name's Roger Regan. He started out. He was like one of the biggest like Harley stunt riders. And he was so wheeling and doing like all the like standing on his seats and wheeling the Harley 4 miles down the block, like gnarly shit. So he owns a shop out here in Campbell, California called Slab Sides. And yeah, so that's like I'm Canadian and there's American.
I was
Slab.
fucking right. I was right. I did my
Why-
research, so I saw it's like I was on your Instagram and I saw pictures and that you were in Canada. So I was like, I think this gentleman's from Canada, man.
Yeah, born and raised
Oh,
just
shit.
across the pond from you guys in Ontario.
Okay, yeah.
Terrence and Phillip
Yeah.
from South Park, man.
What's your
Yes,
favorite
sir.
hockey team?
your rival hockey team.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's us.
The Sens. Well, I mean, you guys beef.
Nah, we beef with the Canadians more, but the Sens
Yeah,
are getting the Sens are getting
The Sens and the
pesky,
Maple
man.
Leafs.
Oh, fuck them.
Yeah, you guys beef with all three East Coast Canadian teams. So
The Sens.
I
I
are
feel like
getting
the
better.
Sens are like the lower though. I don't really like the Sens aren't that bad that we fuck with that bad.
No, but the Sens got a number recently.
Yeah.
it was bad with the Sens when the boys had like McGrattan and Chara and Wade Redden and like Heatley, Spezza. Who else was on that used to cause a lot of shit?
It's old school.
Mike Fisher and all those boys.
Mike Fisher. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, and you guys had like, was it Mark Ritchie
Yeah, Mark Ritchie.
Yep.
and all those
And,
boys? Yeah, and Lucic and Chris
Oh,
Neal used to go
Luch.
at. Yeah, and
Oh, Chris Neal.
used to-
He's a
yeah,
tough
they-
bastard, Chris Neal, man.
Yeah,
I ain't
but
fucking with that dude.
No, Lucic is my guy though. That's like, he's my favorite dude to watch play hockey. Just
He's a
'cause,
fucking beast.
dude. He is. That's a real hockey player right there.
Dude,
There's-
he put a dude through the fucking glass up here.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a long time ago. But
That was a while ago. He
sick.
broke the glass though,
Yeah.
which
Yes,
is pretty
sir.
wild.
But yeah. So yeah, you did your research right. I'm from Canada. I'm from
Nice.
Ontario, Canada. So just outside of Ottawa,
Okay.
and then now residing in Santa Cruz, California. So
Santa
Big-
Cruz, nice.
big switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Went from 30 below to I don't even own a jacket no more. So.
He's lucky.
Yeah.
Now, did you
it's-
snowboard or ski out there when you lived in Canada?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I used to go out to that like Vermont, like the Adirondacks.
Oh, fuck
and,
yeah.
And then in Canada on the Canadian side, we go to like Mont Tremblant and Quebec and Mont Saint Sever and all that. I won't get too French on you, but you know, all those places. But yeah, I've snowboarded since I think I got my first board when I was, man. I think my dad got me one when I was like 8.
Oh,
And then
fuck
I've
yeah. I
been-
was like 9
yeah.
or 10. I started skiing first, but
Yeah. I know I didn't put the skis on.
I did.
Yeah, I didn't rock the fruit boots. You know?
Good for you guys. I don't like the cold.
Yeah.
With that beard, you look like you're built for it.
Yeah, I know. It's a total disguise though. Don't let it fool you.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You look like the lumberjack on Rudolph. The
Yep.
red-nosed reindeer.
I actually have a picture of that. Somebody gave it to me at my work locker. There's actually a picture of it sitting there for years. It's actually of that
Yeah.
guy.
I
Yeah,
forget what the hell
yeah.
was his name.
I don't
I forget.
I could see it too. I know the fucking name, whatever.
Yeah. If he had the Boston accent, then we'd be laughing. Doing it.
That'd
Yeah.
fucking be awesome.
Cause Chris's accent is heavy.
Of course it
Who,
is.
mine?
Yeah, yours.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's a little bit.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
definitely got it.
I've got friends that live in Boston. One of them lives in is it Southie?
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
I live right by Southie. I'm in Dorchester.
Yeah. So I stayed in Dorchester. I used to go to Boston a lot.
Nice.
So
I live in Dorchester. It's not bad.
yeah. I stayed a little Airbnb in Dorchester. I used to travel a lot for work, so
Fuck yeah.
Boston was a local spot. It was easy for me too because it's only like a 6-hour drive from my hometown, so it was quick rip.
Oh,
Not
nice.
bad.
That's not bad at all.
Now, how long have you been in California for?
Living here officially, it'll be 3 years in December.
Okay.
So it's still fresh, but I've been flying back and forth for like the last 8.
Oh
'cause
wow.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah,
time.
yeah.
A lot of frequent
Yeah.
flyer miles.
Nah, a lot of zeros in my bank account.
Oh yeah.
Ate the wallet up. Yeah,
Yep.
dude. Those flights from Montreal to San Francisco or even San Jose,
I
they're
can't
not
even
cheap.
imagine.
So
And
yeah, it
that's a
was like,
long one
you know,
too.
yeah, like 5.5 hours.
Oh, that's not too bad.
I was gonna guess like
I thought it was
8.
like 8.
I did
Yeah.
too.
Still sucks.
Oh,
It sucks bad because I'm like I tap out at like 4 hours most time. I don't like big long flights and
I'm not a flying
nope.
person. Don't like airplanes.
Nope.
yeah. I mean I'll do it. I had to do it for years for
I'll
work.
fucking
so I'm
drive.
like yeah. Oh, if I can drive all day,
Yeah,
easily.
I'm a driver.
I will opt to drive every day of the week. But you know, there's times where like that drive that's like a 5 days straight. to
Yeah.
drive from
Oh.
coast to coast to coast.
That is
So
a
I
slog.
yeah, I flew a lot, and it was all for a girl. So it was and that's why I live out here now. My wife's.
I was
born and
gonna
raised out
say,
here.
all right, so
No kidding.
you're married, you're still with us. All right, it was all worth
Worked
it in the
out.
end.
Yeah.
Excellent.
She's born and raised in just outside of Santa Cruz. So
Okay.
Nice. It worked out then.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't have picked a better spot to kind of settle in and
to
put some
settle
roots.
down.
Yeah.
It's
Nice
leg-
and warm.
it's oh dude, yeah, it's everybody. I posted a picture on Barbells and Breakdowns today in this hoodie, and everybody's talking shit because
You're in a hoodie.
I'm in a hoodie and black jeans, and it's like 85 degrees out.
Oh.
Just
It's
toasty
actually
outside.
fucking surprisingly warm out here.
Yeah, well, my family's still in Ontario, and my sister will call me every day, and she's one day it's pouring rain, one day it's storming, and then today she's like, yeah, it's warm today. So
Gotta
Yeah,
start
it's,
snowing
When
soon.
will the snow start up there? The
Here?
snow? Yeah, up where you
back
grew
home?
up.
oh, where I'm from,
Yeah.
like we used to get a snowfall like on Halloween,
No shit.
like end of October.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking snow in Santa Cruz, right? It's too fucking
No.
warm. I mean,
No.
because you can go to Northern California though.
Oh,
and snowboard.
absolutely.
Yeah, Lake Tahoe is only a few hours away, and they'll get snow. The mountains here, like even the mountains, like I'm in Campbell, so Campbell is just like it's San Jose. So
Okay.
so Campbell, we have like one highway. It's called the Highway 17 that'll get you from San Francisco, San Jose to Santa Cruz to the coast, and that takes you to the Highway 1 that everybody dreams of driving.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like a 20-minute drive. So I'm I most of the work I do is over here in this area in San Jose, Campbell, and so I just drive back and forth, and we call it over the hill because it's a mountain, and then you come over a mountain and you're in the the San Jose, San Francisco where it gets real hot, and when you go down the mountain it gets a little cooler because you get that ocean breeze, right?
Right.
So it's
Gotcha.
yeah, so but when you come over here in the winter, you'll see there's mountains close by.
There'll be
And
snow cap.
the snow capped, yeah.
Nice.
But I mean, it's not, you can't ride it.
No, yeah.
There's zero chance of riding it. So, but it's yeah, we get some snow, but like further north.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the
Excellent.
more north you go, that's where you get it. So, and you guys get hit with it pretty hard too, though, no?
Yeah, we get our
We
fair share of
haven't,
snow. We've been super blessed the past couple of years. It has been much at all, but
We're gonna get fucking pork this year.
We're definitely due with how little it's been the past couple of years. I think last year we got like 12 inches.
We
total
got one storm that I can remember.
Oh yeah.
I remember shoveling ones.
I went home in December last year, and I went home early just before that. I'm like, yeah, I don't have boots. I don't own any of that shit anymore. I didn't want to go home and freeze either. So, because I've acclimated to this, right? So I knew I was gonna be a real puss when I got there. Shaking and stupid cold, but it wasn't horrible. But there was snow on the ground. But then 3 days into being there, it all melted and it was like green. So.
Oh yeah.
Terrific.
Yeah. So you guys are all due.
Oh yeah.
We're screwed.
Get slammed and
But
shit.
to be jealous of 85 degrees and being chilly enough to have a hoodie on, in a fresh Barbells and
pants on.
Breakdowns. Fucking like that
we
black
can't even
one.
see it. Hold on.
Thanks
There
very
There
much.
it is.
Yes, sir.
There it
we
is.
go. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little moist underneath right now. But, I had to. I worked out. The gym that I work out at is literally right next door to the shop.
Oh, okay,
And
that's
I worked
cool.
out a couple of hours ago, and I had my Barbells and Breakdowns tee, but it's soaked in sweat. So I'm like, throw the hoodie on.
Fucking
but,
throw that on.
you know.
We'll call it a day till we get home.
No, is that how the
Yeah.
how did the whole barbells and breakdown start? Are you a huge gym guy? I mean, like, that's the only thing I can assume.
So I pretty well all my life. I mean, I played sports growing up.
Okay.
Obviously hockey and
All right. I assumed that.
yeah, I wasn't good. I can tell you that, but I played. But and I feel like you're not supposed to be good at hockey when all you care about is the fighters. So it was just like,
Yeah.
I think had I stuck to it, I'd probably just be missing all my chiclets from scrapping all the time. But I didn't stick to it. But yeah, no, fitness in my hometown, it's like you play puck,
Right.
you're a musician, right? We got hella like crazy good musicians that come out of my hometown, or you work a trade, and it's like that's just the cycle. And
Sounds
obviously
just like out here.
yeah. So that's what I did. I went from high school and playing hockey, got out of hockey and like stopped playing baseball and all that stuff, and then out of high school went into plumbing. I was
Okay.
in a plumbing apprentice, and I needed an outlet, so I started working out right away. So I was in a Globo gym pumping iron. Thought I was gonna be the next Arnold, and just getting after it, taking creatine and pre-workout. It was going out of style. And then I got into boxing. I boxed for several years.
Oh, hell yeah.
And did that for a bit, which I mean, Boston's like, that's like the mecca of of boxing. There.
I was just actually at a boxing match this last weekend. I was at Foxwoods at the casino. My boy was boxing. It was sick.
Yeah. Then that's like, that was a dream too. And then I got into I've been into metal and metalcore for, I'm a hip hop head too, but like metal and metalcore from like my early skateboarding days, because all the older dudes that I looked up to growing up, they were all, they were bumping old school like NWA and Eazy-E, and then but the other guys, the other crew at the skate park were metal dudes, and then it was like, so it started with I think I got my first like the $3 bill, y'all, Limp Bizkit
Yep.
album, like I don't even know how long ago. And then it was, I was listening to Limp Bizkit, Korn, Orgy back in the day, Primus, and then I was listening to like Offspring, and I had like my punk rock elements that I like too. And then Slipknot came out, and then it was, and that was in '99. So I was hella young, because I'm only I don't know how old you guys are. I'm 36. So
Yeah,
Yep,
I just turned 36.
Yep,
too.
36. Yep.
yeah,
34.
so we're all about the same age. So when Slipknot, when that album came out with like Wait and Bleed and Spit It Out, and I remember I was at a skate comp, and one of like the old heads at the skate comp, he was a drummer, and he's like, what do you want for your skate sesh? And I'm like, I'm like Method Man, or I said something stupid, some hip hop, and he's just like, no, we're not playing that bullshit. He's like, I'm running the comp, I'm the DJ, we're not playing that. And I was like, I don't know, something like punk rock. And he's like, no, not that either. And I was like, you just pick something. And then he put Wait and Bleed on for my set.
No shit.
And dude, I skated the shit out of that.
Oh,
part.
fuck
And
yeah.
then, and then ever since then, I remember I like made my parents take me to the mall. I bought the album. My mom thought I was crazy because of the mask on the front, and so then from there, just like metal was, and that all kind of catapulted into like, I think it was like Slipknot, and then I got into like the Avenged Sevenfolds and the Kill Switch Engage, and then that turned into like As I Lay Dying, In Flames, and then it just kept trickling from there. And then I got into like, because I mean that's old school metalcore, right?
Yeah,
Like,
fucking right. It is.
Absolutely.
that was old school metalcore, and then I got into like, the newer stuff like the Woe Is Me's and the Asking Alexandrias, and Early A Day to Remember and
I
all
fucking
that.
love
But
Early A Day to Remember.
that's the only A Day to Remember right there for
Yeah.
me,
Facts.
But
They just got
but yeah,
done
so
touring.
yeah. My buddy from out here, his band was touring with them. They were the opening band, Scowl.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Skull. Yeah.
And then Pain of
Yeah,
Truth
yeah.
was on that as
Fire.
well.
Yeah.
I
So
fucking love Pain
my
of Truth.
yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
I
my-
saw Scowl play not too long ago. They played, I think, with Haywire and Terror and ended.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, but I mean, we get it. Northern California is huge on hardcore, right?
Yeah,
So
it's fucking. I want to
that-
make it out there someday to Sound and Fury.
yeah, the hardcore scene out here is crazy. Like, I talk to Machine Gun Benny from Tsunami all the time because he lives in Santa Cruz.
Okay, that's
Um,
fucking badass. I follow. He's a nasty fucking drummer.
yeah, that dude's crazy.
It's
He's
fucking.
always
It
every
is
time
fun
he's
watching him play.
yeah, and every time you see him in town, he's got a blunt in his mouth. He's just,
Fuck yeah.
boy
Good guy.
smokes like Snoop. He
Nice.
smokes like Snoop Dogg. That dude. But yeah, so the hardcore scene is crazy out here. But yeah, so back home it was, fitness, and I was always the crazy kid in the gym that everybody was like, dude, don't let him get the aux cord, because I was, as soon as I get in the gym, I was blasting metalcore, but I went from like hockey, boxing, got into the bodybuilding, and then I had like a pretty long stint in the CrossFit scene, competing in CrossFit, and because I started doing it, and I was like, hey, this shit's easy, kind of, because I already knew how to jump rope from boxing. I did gymnastics for a little bit as a kid, so I had that part down, and then I was like, I'm Irish, I'm strong, so I started throwing barbells around, and then fell in love with just lifting barbells in general. And that was, from there on, it just kind of kept growing. And then I got into Olympic weightlifting.
Oh no shit.
So like, like snatch, clean and jerk, all that stuff. And that's what I mean, that's what I do now. I don't really,
Okay.
I'll dabble with CrossFit here and there because my wife's a CrossFit Games athlete. So she forces me into workouts here and there. But all the time, just like, give me a barbell, let's stack some plates on it, and let's just throw down. And still to this day, people hate when I get the aux cord because it's like, crank. I'm cranking August Burns Red. I'm cranking Chelsea Grin. Expect nowadays boundaries more than anything, but
Boys love.
Yeah,
just get-
that.
yeah.
We all. I mean, I know me and
Oh
Z-
my
we think
God.
it's the album of the year.
Dude, we've seen them twice this year already, and the year's
It's-
not
oh,
even
it's-
over yet.
True.
it's hands down the album of the year.
That's
Hands
what I
down.
think. Because
There's-
I've had
I-
people say Knock Loose was there, but dude, like Knock Loose was a good album. I like it, but dude, that Boundaries is
It's
on another
cool.
level.
Yeah, that Boundaries album is so well written. And yeah, you don't skip a song.
No, you don't.
There's tracks on the new Knock Loose that I skip that I'm just like, it's all right.
Yep,
I said the
absolutely.
That
same
Boundaries
exact
album.
thing.
Yeah, that Boundaries album front to back, you don't skip. You're just that to me automatically makes it a classic. It's automatically a classic album, So yeah, definitely I couldn't agree more. I think I posted it 100 times saying it's album of the year for me because it's you can't touch it. The vocals, the drums, the cleans from the drummer, the nonstop punch you in the gut riffage, and then just breakdowns out the ass, which I'm all about. So I'm just
Yep.
so definitely album of the year. I will say, I don't know. I mean, they'll dabble. I'm good friends with the boys in Woe Is Me. Those are
Oh, I saw
Those are
that too. Yeah, you take pictures for them or something.
yeah. So I'm a videographer, photographer full time outside of. So I've gone on tour with them and filmed, and I did Blue Ridge Rock Festival with them,
Nice.
and so Kevin, Andrew, and Matt's the drummer, the new drummer. Kevin and Andrew are the both guitar players. Andrew used to be in Abandon All Ships back
Hell
in
yeah.
the day.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah. So he's and then he joined Woe Was Me years ago when Tyler Carter was still in the band when they lost their guitar player. But those are the homies. Like I talk to them every day,
No
and
shit.
I've got yeah, they call me every morning.
Oh, that's
Like,
fucking awesome.
we have this dumbass group phone call that like there's nothing productive being done on this phone call. It's just like the five guys just talking shit for 3 hours while we're driving. So
Yeah, that's I get one of those.
yeah, it gets a little out of control. But they are recording a new album right now,
Okay.
and I've heard several of the tracks on the new album.
Heavy, huh? Yeah. Now let me ask, did they take a break? Because they were around for a while. Was there a break in between?
Yeah.
From what I thought.
Yeah, they went on a hiatus. So when
Yep.
all the shit hit the fan, when Tyler and Michael left and started issues, they got What Was Me brought in Hance to do the cleans, and then they brought in Doriano, who is I want to say he's an Italian kid, but he's from out there in Atlanta.
That sounds pretty Italian.
Yeah, and they brought him in to do the like heavy vocals, and they put out the album Genesis, which to me is top 5 metalcore albums all time. I'll fight somebody over it. You know, it's just like craziest album, one of them anyways. And they put that album out where a lot of the songs were just Woe Was Me dissing Issues, and then Issues put out a bunch of songs dissing Woe Was Me.
I didn't know there was like a little beef there because I actually liked a few Issues songs. I got into them late. I think didn't they break up? Are they still around?
Issues, no, they broke up, and they just had their funeral show recently where they brought Michael back out on because they kicked Michael out a little ways into it.
Okay, I didn't know there was a little beef going on there. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. So if you go back and listen to the track, I've Told You Once, but by Woe Was Me on Genesis, it's the nastiest breakdown call out of all time.
Oh, I gotta listen to this. I don't even remember listening to this album. So Genesis.
Oh,
is the album?
Yeah.
Okay, well, see, this is great. I'm glad I found this out because I need new music now, man. I've been listening to Boundaries for months now. Like I have to. I'm in like a reset right now where I went back to like my new metal roots, like the Limp Bizkit, Korn, Taproot. Hey, you remember the band? Remember Cold?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Stupid Girl.
Stupid Girl. Like, they had that album 13 Ways to Bleed on Stage, which came out in 2000, which is what, 24 fucking years old.
I was fucking 10.
Yeah,
so good. But I've been like reset and listening to that. So now you gave me a new album to listen to, which I kind of.
So like this Woe Was Me out, that album Genesis is a lot of the reason why a lot of the bands sound like they sound today. You'll hear it. As soon as you hear it, you're gonna hear some of like newer Boundaries in there. And this album was they put that out in 2011.
Okay.
But every song on there is them talking shit about Issues. Well, I mean, maybe not every song, but a lot of them is them just like throwing shade at Issues and mostly Tyler, their ex Clean vocalist.
Yeah.
He was the one that kind of sounded like he was in a boy band.
Mm-hmm.
But can I curse on here because I got a sailor mouth.
Fuck
okay.
yeah,
of course.
But the breakdown call out in the song I Told You Once, it says, "You're so proud of the one-liners you wrote. It must be hard to talk shit with a dick in your throat."
Hell yeah.
And that because it came out later on. The band always knew, but it came out later on that Tyler is attracted to men.
Yes.
So,
okay. All right.
That's a good call out.
All right. Damn.
Boom.
Yeah. So it got straight to the point and
it's right in your face.
Yeah, it got nasty for a while, and then they put out another EP after that, which was produced with Tom Denny, the old guitar player of A Day to Remember.
Day to Remember.
Yeah, and then they broke up after that. They went on a pretty long hiatus, and then just like a year and a half ago, just maybe 2 years ago, I think it was So Wet Fest in Texas hit them up and hit up Hance and just said, hey, like would you guys ever get back together to do a show? And Hans was like, no, the guys won't ever do it, like zero chance. And he's like, I'm gonna throw some money at you, and you go to the guys with it and see if they'll, because they none of them had even really talked in like 10 years.
No
right?
shit.
The only ones that were
Hey, money
still,
talks though.
and it talked because they got back together, they did the show, and then they wound up putting out a single, Ghost, and then that single did all right. It was them trying to like the radio route.
Yep.
People just know them as being heavy. And then they released a couple singles, one called Red. If you haven't listened to that, you're missing out. That shit's crazy. And then Hard to Live, which was featured Michael Benitez, the vocal screamer guy there.
Oh yeah.
You know
He's
him?
from Boston too.
Yeah.
So he's featured on the song and screams for the breakdown. And then so they're back together. They signed a record deal. They just filmed a music video, and they came out a few months ago. They came and stayed at my house, a couple of them, and came and kicked it in Santa Cruz. And while they were there and we were chilling, they were showing me a bunch of the like all instrumentals. I hadn't heard a bunch of like the vocals on the new album. But I don't know if you remember old Woe Is Me, but it's like if Woe Is Me had a baby with Gideon and maybe had like a stepchild with like Chelsea Grin.
Ooh. So it's a good mix there then. Good little mixture.
I love Chelsea Grin.
It is a mixture.
They go, this album is so all over the place. There's a little bit of country twist to it. There's like the Lakeview kind of thing, and then but the breakdowns will melt your face. It's stupid.
Let's go.
Stupid.
Check it out.
Yeah, and they're having a blast with it. So the new album's gonna, I don't know when the official drop is, but Matt's writing the drums to it now, and then Mike and Hans are laying the vocals, and then they got Scotty. I always say his last name wrong. I want to say it's Siegel, but he's producing the record. So he's done a bunch of crazy shit with all these different bands and stuff. So they they're amped up. So if it drops this year and it goes the way it's supposed to go, I love them, but I don't know if it's gonna be Boundaries. Fuck it,
Yeah, it's a tough call right there. It could be it could be very close, but that Boundaries is tough to top.
Yeah, this album's gonna be nuts. So I have a couple of tracks just sitting in my phone. Obviously, I can't show them to anybody, but I like hearing Woe Is Me with deathcore breakdowns is crazy to me. So but that's where they're at, and they're happy, they're stoked, they're writing music. So Matt, actually, the shirt that you have on, the white Barbells and Breakdowns shirt, Matt just wore it on their tour. I got a couple dope shots of him wearing it on the drum set.
Nice. I think I've seen some pictures.
I think I was just gonna say I checked that out.
Yeah. He chopped the sleeves and got all Travis Barker on it, and has been playing. But yeah, so getting back to all that, the Barbells and Breakdowns thing came from me just loving lifting weights and getting after it in the gym, and then obviously my absurd love for heavy breakdowns. I remember one day I was at the CrossFit Games. I was like working the CrossFit Games, and I have another homie who's a CrossFit Games athlete, and we were walking backstage or something. He's a big like he's Christian, so he's like big into like the Christian metalcore bands. I'm not religious,
Giant.
so yeah, like Sleeping Giant, August Burns Red, the Devil Wears Prada way back in the day, and like those guys. And we were walking and we were joking because we had our wives with us and a few other people, and he was just like because we were complaining about the music at the games, because like Lil Jon and like just like and I'm like, dude, imagine they put Composure on by August Burns Red while you're out there, and I just like made a joke saying like just a couple kids that love barbells and love breakdowns, and then he literally said like Barbells and Breakdowns, and I was like, ding, and boom. I was like, I looked at him and I was like, I'm gonna do something with that, and he's like, let's go, have at her, and then that was it. And then that was like 2018. So
Oh shit.
Oh shit, so those are wild. Yeah, because I'm always looking for like new gym gear, man. It's a pain in the ass. Like the last clothing company that I really liked, I don't know if you've heard it, Flag Nor Fail. Have you heard of them?
yeah, his name is Rob, right? And his
Rob
wife.
Bailey and then Dana Lynn
And,
Bailey. But like
mhm.
back in like right around when 2018ish, they had awesome gym stuff. Like they were dedicated to like the average, you know, like I just like to lift fucking weights and shit. And then they kind of, I don't know, maybe kind of sold out a little bit and just kind of went a different route with, I don't know. It's like not really like gym clothes that I like anymore. So it's after that, it was a pain in the ass to find something
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Well, like obviously this launch, I like Chris got the hoodie. He ordered the gray hoodie. You got some shirts. We this first drop was like, you know, so all the art that's going to be on all of my merch is all tattooed inspired. So it's all designed by tattoo artists that I fuck with out here. So this is my boy D-Rock that did it's kind of like the medieval cholo, but I wanted it to like, because originally I didn't want it to be straight death metal because I wanted it to be legible for people that were like just figuring it out. So so this will always be around, but we just did the deathcore logo's done. And then I got a couple banger designs that you guys are gonna love that are coming. And those will be now. I'm like I've ordered like my printer pre-ordered like new garments so I can like touch them and feel and like try them on and get the fit real right. Especially now that I'm getting feedback from people that have been working out in the tees and stuff. So this next drop's gonna be the one. It's gonna be the like right now we're on that building stage where like I do this all by myself, right? I'm shipping everything, I package everything. I've gone into my printer and filmed the videos of them printing it. Same with my hats are printed out here in San Jose from my boy Cuddy. All New Era fitted.
Oh shit, they are New Era. New Era.
New Era snapbacks. And this is like the puff print, so it's like the 3D puff print, so it's like high quality shit. But this next drop's gonna be the one because it's now I have a little more money to invest into it. I'm seeing the buzz, people hit me up and like random musicians that I'm sure they'll start trickling out as far as who's
that'll be fucking badass.
Yeah, I've seen Ricky Hoover rocking your shit, which is cool because that's where initially I saw it. Was one of his stories, and I was like, okay, fucking Barbells and Breakdowns, I like that. Let me go check this out.
And then you sent it
and
to
then
me.
I put him on, and then it just goes from there. It just snowballs.
Yeah, and it trickled from there. But yeah, Ricky's the man. I'm gonna go see him in a couple weeks. I'm gonna go down to he's playing in LA, so he's gonna link me up and I'll meet up with him and we'll get some photos out back with the gear on. But yeah, he reps hard. Obviously the boys in Woe Is Me, they're always repping. I just shipped some stuff home to some musicians back in Canada. Like Chris, you like the video of my boy Chris Lee Masters playing the guitar today. So he's in the band Teeth, and they're stupid heavy. And he films those Sunday riffage videos like that, just riffing out.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, the shirt. I love the shirts, man, because I can't stand loose when it's loose on my arms. I gotta have a little snugness to it. And these are perfect for it, man. They don't like hang down or like they're not loose or anything. It's a nice snug to the arm, which is what I need.
Yeah, and that was the reason why I went with that material, like that brand of tee was to like for the guys that wanted them oversized, they just had to buy them bigger, and then they'll get that slouchy baggy. Like me, like I'm a large 9 times out of 10, but I rock the XL because I just like my shit a little baggy, right? But then I got guys like you that are like, they're like, well, I'm a true XL, and when I buy the XL, it fits how I want it,
Exactly.
So that's what's nice about that. But the new stuff is going to be, I'm always going to print those, like the shirt you got on, those will always be around. But I'm going to do like a vintage, like wash gray oversize.
Gotcha.
And that, and I got a series of shirts coming out. Fuck it, I'll announce it here. I haven't told anybody yet, but the first shirt's done. So you're hearing it here first. But first shirt's done. I'm doing a call out series. So 5 tees, all metalcore call outs. That the design will be based on like some of the biggest metalcore call outs of all time, right? So like, like you got your like disrespect your surroundings and all of those.
Yep.
And the shirts will be inspired by that call out, and then also gym related.
I fucking love that, bro.
Yeah, so I've got 5 shirts coming out. We just designed one. You want to see the design?
Fucking ready. When can we expect the next drop? When can we expect roughly?
So right now the goal is the garments will be in next week that I can actually like hold and try on and touch and everything. Also I told Chris I got a banner printed for you guys, so there's a banner. I'll get that next week too, and I'll ship that out to you guys.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Nice, thanks, dude.
Got you guys a Barbells and Breakdowns banner.
That's fucking sick.
Have to have that.
Right.
Yeah, dude, it'll be clutch. Let me see here. Where's that logo at? Right here. So this one is a day to remember. So the call out is I turned my back and out came the wolves.
Okay.
And then the breakdown's like dun 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 dun. Anyways, I'm a nerd. But listen, my homie Johnny Ray Romo, he's a American traditional artist. And I was like, yo, I want a wolf, and I wanted to in like that sailor style traditional font to say "Out came the wolves" with a bar with the wolf, and then sailor font Barbells and Breakdowns. And
that's what's up. Yes. That's so fucking cool.
Traditional wolf with a traditional barbell. Out came the wolves across the top. Barbells and Breakdowns. So it'll be that one will be white tee, small crest, big back. So it'll be. You'll have the Out Came the Wolves with the wolf logo here, and then massive on the back, filling up the whole back.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's perfect.
Like that.
Yeah, so I'll do it on the white tee and the black tee, and then we'll probably drop a hoodie or a long sleeve in it too. And then I'll just give you that one for now, but there's 4 more that are coming.
Oh shit!
Yeah, just do a little tease, and it's okay. Just the tip.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah. So not too many people have seen that, and then fuck it, we're here, boys. Let's do it.
Fuck it, let's roll. Let's go.
And fucking go.
And then I had a girl, she's a tattoo artist as well. They call her Bunny Magics. She did a it's gonna be called my To the Grave tee. And it's more along like the deathcore like creepy line.
Yep.
This one will drop for Halloween. But so here's the front.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, there we go. The Halloween drop.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, it's got spider webs and all that. And here's the back. The back's crazy.
Oh, that's what's up. That's pretty cool.
Sick.
2018.
That's something that you would you would like create. Like that's something you really like. That is sick.
Yeah, you love graveyard shit.
Yeah, so it's got the spirits leaving the skeletons, and then it says 2018 to forever. So it's like the To the Grave forever tee.
Yeah.
So that one will come out on Halloween, and we'll do that's gonna be black tee. We're gonna do it a black hoodie, and if the crew neck turns out right, that comes in next week. It'll probably go on a crew too.
Fucking awesome, dude.
And then we got a lift heavy, listen heavy tee coming out too, because that's the brand's motto, right? Lift heavy, listen heavy.
Damn right.
So we got a lift heavy, listen heavy tee coming out. That design's not done yet. We're still working on it, but that one's gonna be silly too. So that'll be the whole next drop is the call out tee, the forever To the Grave tee, and then the lift heavy, listen heavy tee.
Fuck yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome. Yeah, because I need some new gear, man. So I mean, this is great. This is perfect. Good timing.
We got a windbreaker coming too for you.
Oh, I fucking love windbreakers.
He's gonna get a hard on right now. He loves windbreakers.
Yeah, I got the gray and black camo, and then the all black.
Oh, let's go, dude.
Camo's my favorite color.
Yep. Yeah. Camo's my same, dude. I have the Gideon windbreaker, and it's camo, and my wife's like, "Can you stop wearing it?" You know, I would like all the time. Any chance I get when it's cold by the ocean, I throw that bitch.
Throw it right on.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So next drop probably the goal is before Halloween.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll see, because I've sold a lot of my stock on all this first drop.
Well, that's good. That's the goal.
The goal was to like wean it right down, so I wasn't sitting on a ton of shit.
Right.
But the faster the brand grows, the faster the business is booming, and people are happy, and I'm happy. The more the more dope shit that I can do. And my whole thing is just, keeping metal heavy and keeping that scene alive, especially metalcore and deathcore. And I'm a hardcore kid too. I like all of it, but and then just pumping and getting people stoked on like, getting in the gym, slamming barbells and doing it to dope ass music, and it's just I've been talking to Chris about this festival that I'd love to do one day if I could ever, if we get to the right spot, doing a Friday is all hardcore, Saturdays is all metalcore, and Sundays all deathcore.
Dude, that would be something, huh?
Sick.
Yeah, and I mean, I've told a handful of people about it, and they're like, "Dude, done," So it's just
that is a great idea.
Yeah, and just got to get the brand to a spot where investors and companies are down to help out and support, and then just blow that shit up, and make it huge. So, but that's the goal, and the end goal is just get shirts on backs, get people in the gym listening to heavy music, get these bands supported, and people buying their merch too, and getting these gyms that also live that lifestyle where it's like heavy music and just straight up badassery. Dudes just come in, focused, headphones on, boundaries blasted, and you're just throwing weights around. So that's been a passion of mine forever, and that's why we're doing it. So then obviously linking up with like had I not started this brand, I'd never meet any of you dudes.
Yeah, right.
No. Exactly.
We get to talk and meet to great new people.
Yeah, dude, and that's what I love about it. Like I met Ricky through this. I've had a handful of friends in bands before I even had the brand. Which was cool. But Ricky found the brand through social media, and the biggest thing for me is the more that mainstream metalcore dudes like actual musicians get on it and get to pumping it, the faster it's gonna happen. So it's that's the thing. And my thing is like, if my shit blows up, I'm gonna make sure your shit blows up, because I'm like, the dudes that supported from day one, those are the dudes that like I want to help. Those are the dudes that I want. And I told you, like,
you get some Chris East Coast day one is out here.
Yeah, dude, and Chris, and I mean, you guys, a couple of you guys were like some of my like first I mean, I had some followers on the page, but like you were some of the first ones to follow when I just like announced that the shit was gonna happen, because I sat on the idea for a long time. I was just Barbells and Breakdowns, the Instagram page for a long period of time was just me posting breakdowns of the day. So I would come on, I would do my little goofy ass intro, and then I would play a breakdown for people going to the gym, and the caption would read like, now, nut up or shut up, get in the gym and get brutal, and it was just like, and I was just posting like nasty ass breakdowns all the time. And that's how I started getting followers, right? Because I would tag the band. So like if you go through some of my followers, there's some, pretty big musicians, like metal musicians on there that follow the page just based on, they found it that way.
Right,
like
tagging them in your thing.
Yeah, I used to I had Tanner Wayne from In Flames, the drummer, do an intro on one of my videos.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah. And
that's badass.
So it was like shit like that. Yeah. And that's always been the goal. And then, I'd eventually like to do a podcast too, where, I sit down with musicians and athletes that either like heavy music or musicians that like to lift, So, but right now the platform's after the breakdown, we're out here pumping that. So but I was telling Chris that if the festival thing happens one day, which, Mike, I'll do it till I'm blue in the face and get there. But we agreed, and I promised Chris, and I don't know if he told you this, but I promised. I said, if this shit happens, this festival happens, after the breakdown, we'll host the event. You guys will have a podcast set up in the back.
That'd be interview all
the musicians, and you guys will be the guys on stage calling out the bands. That whole thing.
That'd be fucking badass.
That's the goal. So I mean, even if I can get it to a point where I do a small show in Santa Cruz at the Catalyst, and it's a Barbells and Breakdown show, I'll happily get you guys out to do that.
I'll come. I got credit cards.
Yeah, right. I know. Hey, my biggest question is, if you do the festival, are we gonna have a makeshift gym?
Oh,
absolutely.
We gotta. We have to.
Yep.
Right. Absolutely. That's been the goal from day one. Is we'll have we'll have the festival itself will have a like 60 by 60, one of those big ass white festival tents.
Yep.
And the inside of that bitch will just be just loaded with rogue equipment. You know, like all the equipment that the musicians need and any of the staff. That's the goal. Is like, hey, like here's one thing that other festivals don't do. We brought you guys a fucking gym.
Exactly.
You know, like you don't gotta go hop in an Uber and try and find a local fitness club that you can get to. There's a gym here all 3 days. Get after it.
See, that's so fucking
That's
sick.
so funny you say that too, because when we went and saw the Body Snatcher in May, we were talking to Chris, and he was telling us that they were trying to find a gym, and one gym wouldn't let them in, wouldn't let them get a day pass, and they had to go this, that, and the other, and they finally found one that let them come work out. But he was like, it was a pain in the ass because the one right next door, of course, doesn't let us in.
Yeah, and we're not doing that bullshit. My goal is like, you know, I'll get hopefully one day end up with a sponsorship with whether it's fucking C4, Ghost supplements or something, and have them set up in the same tent. So when these musicians are there getting ready, you know, their set's at 4. They're you know, sound check's done and everything, and they can go hit the gym, grab some free get after it for an hour with the whole team, the whole crew, like everybody on their bus. Fuck it, come in, sign a waiver, get after it,
exactly,
and get them on stage feeling like, I mean, most of the dudes that I know that play in big bands, man, they perform their best after they've gotten a chance to work out or stretch or move a little, you know. And I want to have all that there, so people can just like come through. And there's something I'll tell you guys after that, because I don't want to give it away because someone will steal it, but I'm not gonna say it on here.
Fair enough.
They can try and steal my designs, that's fine. But this other idea is next level, and that's the one that that's eventually I think gonna push to me having my own festival for the brand. But there's something else that I'm working on for festivals and gym stuff. So you'll see that real soon.
Good.
If it all goes through. So. But you know, there's lots, man. There's lots we're doing, and there's lots of opportunity to grow. And you know, I'm just stoked to have support from you know, like guys like you, like, you know, different podcasts and different musicians that just rap my shit without me having to pay, and they're just, you know, down for day one and support. And you know, so that's the goal. And if my thing is, it's like, you know, especially being Canadian, I'm a nice guy.
I said that. I said that when we started. I was like, because we were running into the technical difficulties. I'm like, I don't know, man. I think he's Canadian, so he might be like pretty forgiving.
Yeah, because I go, this guy's gonna fucking kill us, and he's like, no, he's Canadian. He's gonna be fun. He's gonna be really nice.
Yeah. Chris was texting me while he was trying to figure it out. He's like,
I'm over here having a meltdown. I'm like,
and I think my exact words were like, "Oh, good, bro. I'm easy. I'm chilling.
Yeah,
I'm
chilling.
You know, I'm not like, even like I got kicked out of my buddy's shop, and now I'm standing outside the gym.
We appreciate it.
This is just another day for me, boys. It's not. I'm not tripping at all. But I'll have to get to Boston. I'll have to come to Boston.
That would be fucking awesome.
Absolutely.
That'd be sick.
I'll come out to Boston, or you know, even if because I'm supposed to go to Japan with What Was Me. There's talks of me going to Japan with them in March. And if that happens, obviously with an album, there'll be a North American tour coming. And, you know, Boston usually gets a show.
Yep.
There's quite a couple of big venues over there.
Yeah, so we could easily, if that does go down and that happens, you know, we'll get you boys out with the gear, and you can interview the boys and just sit down with the whole team. You know, and any bands on the card, and, you know, get some material there. And in the meantime, if you want to do Zoom calls with any of these dudes, holler at me. Like, I'll link you up. Like, we'll
level, dude.
You know, I know you guys don't do these podcasts too often, like super crazy, but if you ever want to, you know, I'm not gonna boast and say I got all these connections or nothing, but I know some people, and if you want to do podcasts, just holler, and we'll.
Man. We appreciate that. Huge.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
The goal is to get you guys linked up with the right people too, you know, and you know, make, who knows, this could be huge too one day. You know, there's
we've been trying.
There are a lot of those podcasts that are really, you know, really big, like Craig Reynolds, you know, the Downbeat. He you know, he kills it, and he's always got some dope ass guests on there. And
is that the guy from Straight from the Path?
Yeah, the
drummer. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, he's got some good stuff going on.
Yeah, I've worked out a few times with him here when he comes to California, and he's a good dude. He's pretty strong too. He's strong cat. But you know, those podcasts are all booming, man. They're all doing good. What's the guitar player from Suicide Silence? He's got that.
The Garza podcast,
yeah.
And then you got Hard Lore, you know, they're sick too. You know.
Yeah. So, you know, and the cool thing about the podcast world, man, there's always room for more, you know.
Absolutely.
And I think if there's one thing that you guys got going for you that helps is you guys have personality. So, you know, some of those are hard to watch where they're just boring and, you know, it's just like the same old lackluster, boring ass questions all the time. So I think with you guys, you know how to talk sports, you know how to talk hockey, you got all that shit, and then the beards, the accent, you got it going.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, Corey Taylor hiding in the background.
You fucking know it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's what I'm saying. So, but hey, I got a question for you guys.
You got.
And we'll use this. And this is like, I've always wanted to ask somebody this question, and now I can ask 3 people at one time. So, if you could make your dream, because this always ends up really cool. If you could put together your dream band, any musician, any genre, any era, 5-piece, who would it be?
Oh fuck!
Like you want like members? Like who would the band be?
You pick the bass player, you pick the drummer, guitars, and the vocalist.
All right.
So you know what? I'm gonna do this because Jim Riley's the homie from the Ghost Inside, and we had Jim Riley on, and I think like the next week or a week after, we were like, okay, who's our favorite fucking guitarist and favorite bassist of all time? And we just had Jim Riley on, and nobody in this fucking panel had the audacity to say Jim Riley.
Jim Riley.
So I'm gonna say Jim Riley is gonna be my bassist.
Exactly.
First off, Jim Riley
He's a
Ghost
stud.
Inside bass. Let's see. For drums,
you guys can make your band as a collective if you need.
okay,
to as well.
okay, we can do that.
Well,
I
he's
would
gonna
have
ruin.
Travis
He's gonna
Barker.
ruin it.
Travis Barker is one of my favorite drummers.
Can we rip it off individually quick? You guys have any names?
Listen,
in your
I'm just saying Brendan Murphy from Counterparts is going to be my vocalist 100% of the time. That's it. That's it right there. Let me see. Bass would be the Jim Riley. Guitars, I love the old As I Lay Dying guys.
Okay.
I love the As I Lay Dying guys. What's the name?
Nick Hippa
Nick
and
Hippa
Phil Grosso.
and Phil. I would go those two, and then who's the drummer? What do we got for drummers? Fuck, I don't even know what I would do for drummer. What would you do for drummer?
Travis
Dude, I'd
Barker.
probably do.
He's with Travis
I'd
Barker.
probably do Jordan from As I Lay Dying. Well, ex As I Lay Dying, but
Yeah, we're kind of
Jordan.
As I Lay Dying fanboys. Well, me and him specifically. So a lot of our stuff is like As I Lay Dying, going that way.
Yep.
Yeah. But you're more hardcore. So what would yours be?
For a drummer?
Okay, yeah.
Travis Barker.
Okay, it's Travis Barker. So what would you do for
okay.
vocals then?
Right now, I would pick Austin from Haywire and Berry Dreams. Just
Okay.
because of his fucking energy he brings.
Okay,
I
and
just fucking love that.
now that's a local band from out here, right?
Yeah.
Boston. Okay. All right. Who else you got? What about guitars?
Fuck. I don't even know.
Terror.
Oh, Carl when he played in Terror. Carl from First Blood.
okay.
Okay. So who would you pick?
Hey,
What's yours?
Hey, my homie played for First Blood.
Fuck
No
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, Adam Barton.
Okay.
He was one of their guitars players for a little bit.
Yeah,
He's,
their singer Carl. He started out playing in Terror.
Yeah. So he Adam Barton's a tattoo artist in Santa Cruz. He used to be like a straight edge kid back in the day, and he was always in hardcore bands. And I've been trying to get him to start a band. I do vocals, and I haven't done them in a minute, but I've been trying to get Adam from when he used to play First Blood.
He can fucking play.
Yeah, he can shred. And then my other boy, Kyle, he did vocals and played guitar in like an old metalcore band back in the day called Paris is Burning. And I'm like, boys, what are we doing here?
That's
Let's
such a metalcore
let's
band name.
Yeah.
Paris is
Paris
burning.
is Burning.
It's so old school,
Yeah.
like early 2000s metalcore.
Oh, and that's what it was. They were like 2018.
Yep.
But yeah, they were gnarly. But for me, shit. Frankie from Emure, vocals
Okay. All right.
all day. Just because I like that mixture of like the hip hop kind
Okay.
of sound. And then I mean that boy can scream, right? Like
Yeah.
Frankie. Chris is over here counting band members on his fingers.
Yeah. I gotta make sure we get them all, baby. Let's go.
So I would be Frankie from Emure for vocals. I would do my boy Chris Lee Masters on guitar, the guy you saw in my story today. So he plays in the band Teeth. He played in the band 100 Sons. And then he played in like one of the most influential metalcore bands of all time in Canada. Was called Dead and Divine.
I never heard
crazy.
of them.
And they're nuts.
I'll have to check them.
If you go back and listen, that's another band you want to listen to. If you like, Woe Is Me, Genesis, and get back to old Dead and Divine, blow your mind. They had Dead and Divine. Their drummer was Ryan Legs Leger, and he was a drummer for ETID for a bit, for Every Time I Die.
Okay.
They call him Legs. He's from my hometown, so I grew up with him, and he played for Every Time I Die for a long period of time, and did a couple albums with them. But he was in Dead and Divine, and then he went to 100 Sons with Chris, and played drums at 100 Sons, and then he started Teeth with Chris. But Ryan just can't stay in bands. That guy changes bands like I changed my underwear. But I would too. Yeah, oh dude, they're crazy. They're crazy. The riffs, their vocalist is the old vocalist for Straight Reads the Line, which was like a post-hardcore, like Under Oath style band back in the day.
Okay.
And
it's my kind of stuff. I like that.
His name's Blake Lewis Prince, and he's a giant ass motherfucker too. This dude's yoked, bro, and he's scary on stage. He's like Alex Terrible scary on stage, but just like extra jack. So he would probably be an easy second for me if it wasn't Frankie from Amur. But Frankie, Chris Lee Masters on guitar. I think my other guitar player, if to be honest, probably Neil Westfall from A Day to Remember would be super sick to have on there.
Okay.
Just to kind of bring that more of like that post like pop punk sound to it too, where it's like heavy riffs, but then your choruses are going to be catchy because those guys can write choruses.
True.
Drums. Eloy, Slipknot.
Okay, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yep.
That's a good one.
One of the hardest hitting drummers I've ever seen in my life.
I can dig it.
That's a good one, man.
I used to really like Homeboy from Pierce the Veil too, before all the allegations and shit, but that boy could slay some drums too.
Okay.
My bass player would be Jim Riley. Would be a very close, just like Ghost Inside's probably one of my top 3 metalcore bands of all time for me, right? And I've seen them live. I don't know how many times, countless times. And I mean, even Andrew on drums for them is nuts with one leg too.
Yeah, insane, shit.
Dude. But Jim Riley would be up there. Put it this way: if I asked Aaron from the Amity Affliction to play bass and he said no, I would grab Jim Riley.
Gotcha. Okay, Amity Affliction. Okay, that's a great band too. I love the Amity Affliction
band.
Yeah, because their vocalist is nuts. Their drummer Joel is crazy too. Like, I just always have fun with this question because it's like the realm of possibilities is unlimited.
Right? Yeah,
See, this is one where I'd probably need to think about. Like, I'd have to sit down and think about it a little more. But all I know is 100% Brendan Murphy would be my vocalist, and then I'd have to kind of venture out.
I just thought about it a little bit, and I think I got a pretty solid list. I would go Jordan on drums, Jim on bass, Chris Wiseman of Currents and Shadows of Intent.
That's a good one.
On guitar, Will Putney of End, Fit for an Autopsy, Better Lovers on guitar, and then the homie Nick Arthur on vocals of Molotov Solutions.
That's a good one. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, we get a little mix of everything.
No wonder why you were so quiet. You're cooking up this shit
in
his
head. I was listening away, and I'm like,
I was trying to make my list, and I'm watching Chris just like.
he's so balls deep in it. He's like.
I'm like, that's a great. We don't.
That's a great fucking question.
Questions asked to us, really.
And I knew as soon as we agreed to do this, that was like, I'm gonna ask them this question because you guys usually ask the questions. My thing is just like, I want to know too because you guys picking your sound and your musicians tells me a lot about you guys and who you are and what you like to listen to. And I'm interested in that. When I have conversations with people and I meet them and they're like, oh, I love metalcore, I love deathcore, right away, bro. I'm like, what's your favorite album all the time? What's your favorite vocalist? Who's your favorite drummer? Because that tells me a lot about the person too. You know what I mean? And,
exactly.
Makes sense too.
And so it's for me, it's cool too to just like also get to ask a question. Because anytime I get asked questions, it's usually like my top 5 records. Like my top 5 metalcore albums of all time or most influential, like that shit. But to ask somebody like hey, if you can make a super band, what would it be?
Yeah, I like that.
Like, it gets deep. It gets deep, and I think you guys can take that in future reference when you're talking to musicians and be like, hey, outside of your band now, if you can make a super band, like any
and I feel like
anytime.
That's what End is.
And that's exactly what End is.
That's
exactly what
Will Putney put that fucking group together.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, I mean, that guy's a genius too. Though,
yeah, there he is.
Like absolute genius. And I know he's working on Straight from the Past new album. With
no shit.
Too. Yeah, he's doing their new album because they've all been at his studio ripping and rocking out over there. So, but I think that's just one of those questions that, when you ask it, it can get deep, And
I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna DM you like in a day or two, like a way better answer.
Absolutely, do it.
I like that is a deep question.
Yeah, but it's like not like asking you about your sexual preferences. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Hey, well, I mean, you could have picked some musicians that would have gave it away, and you could have figured it out. But you did it right. So I think that's a question that I knew I wanted to ask you guys because it tells me a lot about the group of you. So, and what's next for you guys? Like for after the breakdown, like we talked about my shit, how it started, where I want to go with it, what I want to do with it.
Oh shit, we've been doing this. How long have we been doing this now? 3 years?
So basically this whole thing came about pretty much the same way yours did. It was, I think, 2019. I came up with, after the breakdown, I had the very early stages of the logo made. It was going to be a solo thing, and then for years, I think it was like 2 years, I sat on it. I realized I needed to bring in the two homies, the lifelong bros. It's great. It all works out because we all have a different taste in what we really love deep down inside. So it brings a different like a different point of view on different types of music. So I think it really works out great. And, I put it together. We're doing our thing. I think, we just took the summer off, just doing the summer thing with dads and everything. So, but now hopefully go strong, try to pump out content. I got a little reactions thing I got going on too, that I've been trying to get going. I just actually did, my first guest vocal appearance for the homie Astray.
Astray.
I forgot about that.
So that'll be coming out soon.
Yeah. Well, I didn't hear the vocal. I didn't hear your part of the song, but I just bought his little EP recently. So
okay.
He hits me up a lot. Yeah, he hits me up a lot, and he's a good dude. Josh, right?
Yeah, Josh, real good dude.
Nice guy. Nice guy.
I can't.
Yeah.
I'm so pumped.
Skateboards.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that's sick. Yeah, because I saw your post saying that you had never done vocals on a track or anything like that, and then you jumped on this with him. So he's trying to get, because I sent him a song that I still do vocals. I haven't been in a band in years, but I sent him an old clip that I recorded like 13 years ago, and he heard my cleans.
Sick.
He's like, that's you on cleans, and I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, you're doing cleans on my next album.
Nice.
Song.
Hell yeah.
Like if you're down, I want you to do cleans on a song on my next album. So we'll see, but that's dope for you, man. That's rad.
Absolutely.
You trying to steal my chair?
I gotta get rolled.
Yeah. So I'd hate to keep you any longer.
No,
it's getting late here. It's like fucking 8:30 here, and the kids are probably running rampant inside.
I left dinner to come do this.
We really appreciate you coming on, man. Like so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, for sure.
I want to start working out, dude.
Dad, you're fucking better.
I might start pumping.
You got to. I'm gonna once the next drop comes out, I'm gonna send you guys when I officially have it in my hands at my house. I'll send it to you guys before it even drops, and then when it drops, you guys can post some shit. But
let's do it.
You have to hit the gym, or I ain't sending you shit.
All right,
100%.
You got that.
100%.
Yeah. I'm not gonna send you nothing until I see
All right.
gym.
You got to be in the gym, boys.
Facts.
Yeah. No, I just it's good for everybody, and it's a healthy outlet. So no, I appreciate you guys cutting me off because I'm a mortar mouth. I'll talk all day. So.
No, you know what though? I would love to get together again because this was great. We have a
Absolutely.
fucking great conversation, man.
Yeah.
It's not often that we get this.
For sure. Well, maybe next time I fly down, I'm gonna go to Atlanta soon to go visit the What Was Me guys. So maybe a little detour and pop by Boston.
Hell
Absolutely,
yeah, brother.
dude. We're here.
might lose my car keys.
Oh shit! I lose them every fucking day.
Where'd you park?
Yes, sir. But hey, I appreciate you boys. Thank you for having me on, and
thank you for being with us.
Best of luck with everything coming up. Hopefully, and like I said, if you want, anybody that I know that you want on a podcast, we'll link it up.
Fuck
Absolutely,
yeah.
Sounds good, brother. Thank you very much.
For sure. All right, boys.
Awesome.
All right, Unc.
Thanks, Unc. We'll talk to you later, brother.
Thanks, bro.
Later, man.
Late.